quickly because I know that you probably have a lot of questions. Normally we'd have you come up here and talk on mic, but I think that'd be annoying in such a large room. So basically I'm going to ask you to raise your hand. I'm going to try to get to you if you have any questions. Who has a question? Yes, right over here.
Biggest worry I have is allocations.
Certainly. So one thing I should say that is kind of sideways presented there is if your question is about, I'll repeat the question in a second, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to say that if your question is about future plans, I just can't really talk about those. So I'm going to have to give you that disappointing answer, and I hate giving it to you, but we've got to use things. So his question is about allocation, which I suspect is on your minds. It's absolutely on our minds too. I can say quite honestly, and it sounds silly to say now, but we did not expect the hype and the excitement behind this. We knew we had something special. We did not expect the demand that we got, all right? So once we really, and these are decisions you have to make way in advance when you're printing a game. So when we did get more ideas about how much demand there was going to be, we have increased production, and it's something we will continue to do. As far as specific numbers, I can't give those to you, but our goal is to get this product in the hands of the community, and the players and collectors that come to your store and make a great community in your store and in your city. So that is our goal. We want to get it to as many of you as possible, and we're working hard to do that. Okay. So I'm going to sweep around there, but I'll get over here. So let's sweep. Oh yes, right here.
More gameplay for competitive. Is there going to be like best of 3 or some other party?
So it's best of 3 is generally what we recommend. So if you're an even league play, so you play like a best of 3. I'm so sorry. He asked about. It's like I just started yesterday. The question is it going to be for gameplay? It's going to be best of 3, or if it's going to be one game. We recommend best of 3. The winner gets 2 points, the loser gets 1 point. That's how that works. So I'm going to bing right there. What do you got?
Okay, a couple of questions.
Okay, I suppose that's all right.
Organized play.
Okay.
How many players does a kit support?
That is a great. He's asking how many players a kit support. John Grant, right in the back there. Can you answer that question? How many players?
The kit is designed to support 24 people.
Okay, the kit is designed to support 24 people for 3 months. There'll be a new kit with new prizes every set.
Okay.
What if we need more?
Yeah, what if they need more? This got asked yesterday, and I wasn't sure how to answer that. Do you have an answer yet, or can we not talk about that? Yes. So he said basically the same answer as allocation. We're going to work hard to get as many stores as possible. They're all these play kits. I think we had somebody over here. Oh, you had one more. Go ahead.
You've been working on this for 3 years?
That's right. We have been working on this game for 3 years.
How did you prevent leaks?
Oh, no, that's actually a good question. How did we prevent leaks?
I just got to know.
So at Robbinsburger, we have this really interesting system of electric fences and razor wire. And then when you come to work, you can only wear a swimsuit. It's super awkward, but very effective. I don't recommend it at all. It's a good question. It's really tough. I think the team itself, we're all committed to this. I mean, this team, I'm so proud to be part of this team. And it's like a small, it's like elite force of people trying to make this game. And so I think that helps. It can hurt too, because we're really excited. We want to talk about it. It's like when you buy someone a gift and you can't wait for them to open it. And I'm the worst at that. My wife will tell you that. I'll be like, I got you something nice for Christmas. She's like, don't spoil it. I'm like, you're gonna like it. It's just really hard. But yeah, it is difficult. But we really try to keep on track. We know our goal. We have this goal of this amazing launch in August, and anything we do to league can kind of hinder that. And it's also a lot of hard work, and it also hinders that hard work. And so we're really just kind of working together to help keep that from happening. I can't talk a ton about future plans. Are there any plans for Premier Play was the question. I can't talk a ton about plans for the future, but we do have plans for some really awesome events going forward. But we want to start in the stores. We don't want to start with big events and then try to bring people in your store. We want to start in the store because we think that is where the best communities go to grow, right? So, in the back. How many cards in set 1 there are 204 cards. We're doing all new art. Every piece is a brand new piece of art. Shane Hartley and his team of creators have absolutely knocked out of the park with this game. And there's one thing I love about working at Robbinsburger is the love and attention to detail that they put into their games. And I think you could see that in Villainous, you can see that in the Adventure Book line, you can see it in all the games. It's put so much love and attention into it. And I think Lorcana is kind of the peak of that. It is just beautiful. There are hidden Mickeys all over this game, so I challenge you to find them. There's even one on the back of the card. But I challenge you to find it, but it's just the detail and the love. And that's one of the things we want you to know and we want the community to know, is that we love Disney too. And this is kind of our love letter to Disney, right? Because I grew up, I've been going to Disneyland since I was 5. I grew up in Bakersfield, California. It's about 2 hours north of Disneyland, and my grandmother would take me. And to this day, I remember the immersion of that place, the magic of that place. And it has stuck with me my whole life. I love that about games. They are immersive, they are magical. And I think this is a combination of things that, Disney is more than a fandom. It's like a love. It's like almost like a heritage, right? It's just a wonderful thing. And to be able to make a game, be able to work on it like this, it is just fantastic. It's wonderful. I'm going to go this way. You know what? There you go. What do you got?
All right, so this will be a little long, but I want to go talk about my store a little bit.
Okay, hang on. Let me start a timer.
We opened 4 years ago from scratch, and what we knew right away, we wanted to do Magic. So we signed up with Distro, we got allocations, we started, now we're a premium store.
Congratulations, that's amazing.
Thank you. We home grow our Magic players, we have summer camps.
You have like a plantation?
Yeah, no,
you plant them in the ground? That's amazing.
We feel like we're a great community builder for that, TCG, and we heard about Lorcana, we got so excited.
Yay!
Then we heard what 3 distributors were going to be distributing it, and we got really sad because first, we don't have 2 accounts with 2 of them, and the account we have with the other one is not our primary account. We are getting 0 allocation from them, and that's despite being a pinnacle retailer with Ravensburger.
Okay.
And so we feel like, what did we do wrong that a store like ours is getting nothing from Distro? We're considering camping outside our local Walmart so that maybe we can get product from them, and we're just thinking like, we want to grow this community and be a part of Lorcana, and we feel like we have been shut out, and the damage is going to be done. People are going to learn that they can get it from Walmart and not from us. And we can't grow a community on the $500 allocation from Pinnacle status. So.
I see. Well, first of all, I can answer your question pretty quickly because you did nothing wrong. In fact, you've done a lot of things right. It sounds like you've made a great community and great store. But I'm going to actually direct you to our sales folks. We've got Derek and I think Stefan is here, and they'll be at the booth. And I want you to give them this feedback. This is important. The sales side is not my purview, so I wish I had a better answer for you. But I do want to say thank you for what you do for the community, and I hope that we can come to some sort of resolution for your store so that we can get Lorcana there.
One other thing I want to say, I want there to be consequences if Distro withholds product and then sells it at market 6 months from now. Because we know some of those distributors will do that.
Okay, well, I don't want to speak for the distributors. I can't say that I would personally show up at their office if they pull something like that. And I've got these dark sunglasses, and I can really be intimidating. I used to be a prison guard in the Army, so I got some training. But I would say talk to Derek. He's our sales lead, and he'll be at the booth. I can hear that passion in your voice, and I know it's got to be frustrating, and I'm so sorry for that. I mean, that's frustrating. And it frustrates me because I want the community to get this product. That's what I want. That's what we all want. We're working hard for that, okay? So let's talk some more at the booth. I'm sorry I don't have a better answer for you, but let's have sales. Did you want to talk about it, Stefan? Oh, Stefan and Derek right there. They're our sales leads back there. So go seek them out. In fact, everyone, just sick them. Just get them. I'm kidding. But they're going to have better answers for you. But yeah, I feel for you, and I hope that we can come to a resolution for that. I really do. Okay, let's go over here. Any more questions? Have I answered them all? Outstanding. How about you over there? I can't. Okay, next question. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. So what I can tell you is what I've already told you about organized play. So he asked, what can I say about organized play going forward? The main things I can tell you is the basic idea of the system, this kind of participation-based system. Now you are free to take those kids and run tournaments if you feel that's what's best for your community. You know them way better than we ever will, right? But I would caution and recommend you. My 2 cents would be, this isn't Ryan telling you how to run your business, but my 2 cents would be, we're looking at the long game. Right, and the long game means we need new people coming in. So I would say tailor your experiences to that end. Right, if you've got some players chomping at the bit to do really competitive tournaments, that's great. But I think you also want to make sure that you're being welcoming and bringing in folks that may be intimidated, because a lot of folks that don't know about core hobby stores, the idea of coming to a store and playing a game is kind of alien to them, right? It's like, we're used to, folks are used to going to a store and looking at products and purchasing them and leaving. And so this idea of coming in and sitting out in the community here where you play is going to be new to them. And for some of them, it's going to be wonderful. It'll be this whole new world, if I can steal a lyric from one of my favorite movies. But for some of them, it's going to be a bit intimidating, right? Because that's something they've never done. And our goal is to get them across that bridge and go, wow. Because I believe firmly that once they do, and they come into your store, they're going to be like, oh my God, where have you been all my life? This is amazing. This community, this store, this is awesome. I've never done this. This is great. So that's all to say, like, you know your store best. I would just say community building is key, as many of you already know, right? There's somebody way in the back, but he disappeared. Okay, you right there. Okay.
Is there going to be a reporting system? So later on, right now you can't get more kids because of printing, but later on, is there going to be a reporting system to maybe get 2 kids at a time?
I see. So he's asking if there's going to be a reporting kit later on, so you can get the kits that you need. John, can you elucidate on that?
Yeah. We are going to have software available, like everything from that.
So I wasn't sure if we could talk about the software. That's why I kicked it over to you. But we are working on tournament software that I think you'll be very familiar with how to use. And through that software, we will eventually get that reporting feature that you're asking about. So that you'll be able to get the kits that you need for your store. And hopefully you need like 3 or 4, because you've got just 60, 70, 80 people coming to your nights. That's my hope right there. So I'm going to start sweeping. Oh, right over here.
Question about the edition. Are you going to have like a first edition followed up with a limited, where you're going to have a limited on store first edition and then coming out later on limited?
So I totally get you. So the question is, are we going to have like a first edition followed by some sort of limited? The short answer is we're not doing that. We're not doing a first edition marker on the cards, and that's a very good thing, right? Because that will help this product get to the community, right? We thought about it, and you can even see that on the D23 cards. There is a first edition marker on those because we were considering that at the time. And since then, we decided that it wasn't best for the community. And we wanted players at your store to get a hold of this product, right? As far as the permits are concerned, I can't go into depth about how we're printing these cards. We have increased production on set 1 and the next set. So we are working hard to get the product out there, but there will not be any. The other thing is we are shipping in waves to help with this potential issue of the product kind of disappearing right at the beginning. Right, we will have some product in backup for that, but that product will look exactly like the first wave. There will be no visual differences, so that way there's no pressure for people to collect all the first edition stuff. We want people, we want players. Okay, so I'm going to start sweeping back this way, right here.
I have a very different question. With your accessories, are you making those in-house? Are the sleeves farmed out to a different manufacturer? What's the quality of those?
Oh, sir. Yeah, so the last one I can answer the best. The other stuff, I don't like to talk about vendors, but the quality, so I am a snob when it comes to quality on that kind of stuff, right? Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm new to this. The question is, what is the quality of our accessories? And my answer, we had some other questions like who is making this sort of thing, and I really can't go into that. But the quality, I'm a big snob about that stuff, and so is Steve. And it was something that we worked with our production folks with, and the team did. And so I feel like we've got quality that just is right up there with any game out there. The only thing that we couldn't get was stitching at the edge of the playmats, and it kills me to this day. I'm kidding, it doesn't kill me, but they're high quality. The sleeves have that matte finish, which I love because I hate it when your sleeves like fly away when you step into the sleeve. So now we have the packaging down there, and we have the playmats you can check out, and the folios. The folios are awesome actually. The pages aren't the clear pages; they have that black backing. They're side loading.
No clip in the middle either. They're both bound. They don't have the ring.
They don't have the ring. No, there's no ring. They're bound into they're 4 pocket pages, but they also have a few pages for the oversized cards, which I think is pretty cool. But you can check all those out at the booth. The only thing you can't check out at the booth right now are the sleeves because we're still finalizing the quality check on the sleeves. I just saw them actually today, and they're outstanding. Oh man, I can't wait to get those sleeves. So I'm gonna swing back this way. I wanna make sure I get everyone. We got some time. Let's see. 12:30. We got about 10 minutes. In the back. Oh, right there. Sorry, there's a light right in my face here. What do you got? Say again? Who are the three distributors? Derek, can you remind me about the three distributors, please? PhD, Southern Hobby, and Alliance. Thank you, Derek. So it's PhD, Southern Hobby, and Alliance. Let's see here. What do we got? Well, I'm going to get to you in a minute. I want to get. How about you? I want to get people who haven't asked yet. So, what do you got back there?
This is sort of future plans, question. You said the first set's gonna be 200 something cars?
204 cars in the first set.
Do they all plan on being approximately that size?
We're not talking about the future sets, and I don't want to put us. I don't want to paint us in a corner with that.
Plan on having like,
He's asking are all sets going to be the same size? Is what he's asking, and I just don't want to paint us in a corner about that. What was your?
do you plan on having like an overarching theme for like sets that are these?
Oh, absolutely. He's asking if we have like an overarching theme for the sets. I'm not going to go into depth on the theme of the sets, but it's absolutely part of it. Now, the first couple of sets are more like an introduction, right? Because we know that's what a lot of folks are getting in it. We have an amazing team of narrative designers that are working on the backstory of this game, that have worked on the backstory. There's actually a very deep world behind this game. It's amazing. And you only got just kind of a taste of what you saw here. But they also write the flavor text. They decide which characters go on which cars, things like that. They name the cars, name the abilities, that sort of thing. And to that end, each set, we're actually going to, you're going to see a story play out across the different sets. It's very exciting. Yes, you right there.
So, art is all new for these cars, or is it fully evolved?
He's asking, is the art all new? And it absolutely is. Every piece of art was made just for this game. And it's something that I'm really proud of, because not only is it gorgeous, but it sends a message to the fans, right? It sends a message that we are here to stay. And that's absolutely what we're here. We're not thinking about year 3, we're thinking about year 13, we're thinking about year 30, right? So yeah, it's gorgeous art, it's beautiful, and it's all just for this game. We're actually adding more new art than any single Disney product in the history of Disney. Yes?
It might help, the person who didn't get any product. Is there any plans to do like minimum allocation? Or, I know like Konami lets you order direct from them for like pre-release.
Yeah, I can't talk about any kind of specific allocation or anything like that, unfortunately. I hate to give those answers. I know they're like kind of anemic, but that's what I have for you right now. I can't talk about specific allocation questions right
Is
now.
there going to be a pre-release style system?
So he's asking if there's going to be a pre-release style system. We're not planning on pre-releases. I actually got that from my old Wizards days. I'm not a big fan of them personally. I think that launch parties are better. Like when the game comes out, that's me. And we've talked about that extensively, and we decided that for this game it's best to do, that we feel it's best to not, they're also kind of logistically nightmarish. Like they are a nightmare. So we decided that no, let's recommend launch parties instead.
Is there going to be a draft system?
Well, I don't know how much we're talking about this. Steve Warner, do you want to talk about it?
I mean, there's not much that we've done.
There isn't much we can talk about.
We are looking into all of the different types of formats.
We have, yeah, that's
As
right.
well as some new ones.
Yeah, we're looking into all the formats. So he's asking if there's draft. We're looking into all the formats, and I've played a bunch of them, and they're really fun. All right, you right there.
If you stick with the 2-week exclusives for local game stores, that's essentially a pre-release for us, so we can just run whatever we want for that opening.
That's a good point. So he's saying if the 2-week exclusive that you get could feel like a pre-release, and then you can run whatever you want. I completely agree with that. I think that our goal with that 2-week is really just so that when people want the product, they have to come to you first, and because that's where they're going to find the community. That's where they're going to find other Lorcana players, and that's what we want really badly is to get them to your stores, get that community. Because without community, it's a bunch of cardboard rectangles. Right? So you're right there.
Is there going to be alternative arts or full art cards?
Let's see. Is there going to be alternative art, full art cards? I'm not going to answer that specifically. We want collecting this game to be a blast because we also know that a lot of folks are just going to collect it, and that's totally cool. Like we have no problem with that. If they just want to be Lorcana collectors, yes. Now my goal strategically is to turn as many collectors as possible into players because you all know and I know that players are what make the game last a long time, right? And so but I never want to talk down to a collector or tell them, oh, well, you're not getting all you can, that's your cards, right? I never want to do that, because if they're just loving their Princess collection, awesome. And that's a lot of the voice we use for like our learn to play stuff. It's like, hey, if you want to collect, that's great. Here's the different things. If you think about playing, you can come over here. But that's great if you just want to collect. So we are looking at really fun collectible things. Yes.
So you said on the first six, when there are six releases, you're gonna give us the 2-week lead.
That's correct.
Is there any plans on extending that?
So she's asking.
Mass market?
Sorry, she's asking, like, we're going to give exclusivity for those first 6 sets, and are we going to extend that? There isn't a plan to do that at this stage. Obviously, things change in the future. Like, I don't want to like lock us into a plan at the beginning, but for right now, I can commit to you that 6 sets, you will get that 2-week exclusive. Oh, yes.
Will the 2-week exclusive also exclude Disney stores, or will Disney stores be at the same time?
I don't think I'm talking about Disney stores right now. Is that right there? I'm so sorry. The question is, does that 2-week exclusive, does Disney get the 2-week exclusive stuff too? And I'm not sure I can talk about Disney stores. Yeah, so I'm sorry to give you that answer with that. I just can't talk about Disney. I don't want to speak for them. Other than to say I love working with them. They've been great to work with. Yes.
So that 2 weeks exclusivity for stores, does that make restrictions for people that sell online? So like people that sell through eBay, through Amazon?
Right. So our goal is to get this to stores and get it to the community. He's asking, like, does that include online sales? So we want stores to get this product, and that is our number one goal, right? Obviously, the concern is like online could negatively impact the price. And all I can say about that is that we're monitoring that. If that does happen, the person who is doing that is likely to see their allocation change. So that's what I can say about that.
But there is people that do have stores that don't really operate as stores, and more operate as warehouses.
Right. So our goal is stores that have stores. Our goal. So he was asking, some places just have warehouses and operate online. We want to sell to places that have stores, especially places that have places to play. Like that is our number one goal. You have chairs, tables, a bathroom. We're good to go. That's where we want to get the product to. Okay. Stephen. Okay. We have 2 minutes. I'm going to take one more question. Who is most deserving of a question? You decide. No one wants to. Well, you've asked somebody. Who has not answered the question yet and has one? You have one right up front. All right, final question. Better review.
So you said you want to get things out into the community. What are you guys doing to kind of help us get those Disney fans that don't know anything about games to come into our stores to get the product?
So our question is, what are we doing to get Disney fans to find your stores? So one of the things we are doing is a store locator that once you've registered as a Lorcana store, you will be on our store locator, so they'll be able to find you through that. I can't speak to specific marketing strategies. I can say that Disney has been an amazing collaborator. They have been great to work with, and I think that we're going to reach a lot of Disney fans. I really do, and we're going to get them into that store locator, and then my hope is that they're going to stampede through your store. That is my hope. So that's all I have today. Thank you so much for your time. I think we have lunch right after this. But I'm really looking forward to sharing in the success of Lorcana with your store. And thank you for what you do for this industry. Thank you, everybody. Have a great lunch.